Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Major League Minute Podcast. I'm Doc. I'm here with GMP, and we're talking all things MLV. You ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this.
Let's get it on. Episode 18, Week 9 recap, Week 10 preview. Now we're officially over the halfway point.
Yep.
Looking forward to the second half of the season. We'll talk about the standings a little bit later, but before we do that, why don't we talk about our standings in the Volley app for the Fantasy League?
It was a great week for me. I moved up to 6th place.
Wow. Huge jump.
It's the best achievement so far for me. So
what do you attribute that to?
More so.
Oh, yeah.
I beat it.
What
the heck? Why did I just say that?
I don't know.
I beat my mother-in-law for the first time this entire season.
What'd she finish?
I think she finished 7th, so I think she was right behind me.
Okay, so there was a little bit jump in the standings for you. Good for you. I'd drop back a slot or two.
You went to 15th place this week. Who'd you have? Do you remember?
No.
Okay, well, Let's not call him out like that, I guess, anyway.
Right, I'll be fine, but the top scorers, interesting top 3.
Yeah, I think we have at least one new one, maybe?
She cracked the top 3 for the first time?
Maybe.
We'd have to go all the way back before we were doing fantasy.
Yeah, it's like we'd have to go all the way back.
But she resurrected herself, made the top 3.
I think we're talking about two different people.
Who are we talking about?
Are you thinking about the 3rd place?
Yes.
I was thinking about the 1st place.
3rd place, Sarah Wildhype Parsons, 87.4 points.
Yeah, so we have not seen Sarah in a long time. Right. Which is kind of crazy. Opening weekend, our memories with Bud Crawford. He set the franchise record for points and kills. And I'm just like, dang, haven't seen her since. It's really crazy how that works. Like, I just like the whole, if it's the mental side of it, is it the emotional, is it the physical? Like, I know she has a young child. Right. Like, there's just so many different factors.
And you guys talk about the travel and how that impacts your body, how it impacts you physically, emotionally, mentally, the travel aspect of it. So who knows? But she had a great week. Cracked the top 3.
Yeah, so she was able to get the starting position even with this one of those matches, with the only match, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it was the only match for Omaha last week.
Yep, because they played on Tuesday night, an awkward night, and the whole week was kind of awkward to me. But let's finish with the 2nd place.
2nd place is a very familiar name, and that's Leah Edmond at 92.4. And then 1st place, this is where I was like, have we seen her in the top 3? That's where I'm like, I'd have to go back week by week, but it is Grace Loberg this week, coming in with 93.3 points.
Good for her.
Yeah, she's doing a great job of leading San Diego.
As they continue to climb in the standings.
Yes.
Good for them.
I know. We were warned about this.
Right.
Hayden told us this was going to happen.
And now we get to see it up close and personal. But before we get into the recap, let's talk about some of the news. We got an all-star game coming up at the end of the month, actually March 28th in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And they announced the coaches this week.
Yeah. What do you know about the coaches? Interesting, because I got some questions related to the coaching.
I know nothing at all about Beth. Okay. Zero. Nada. Zilch.
How does she make that? How do they attach her to the coach of one of the all-star teams? Where does that come from? You don't have any hot tea on that?
I have no hot tea on that. I admittedly have not taken the time to read any. I think there was an article about both of her and Dan Meskey. I have not taken the time to read on her credentials or her resume. I know that she retired. I think she retired a year ago.
Oh, you got me.
So I have no idea, but obviously you have to have like an impressive resume. I'm sure you have to have personality. And I'm assuming you also probably had to express interest.
We'll never know. Maybe we can go back and check it out. But
I don't know anything about Beth, but with Dan, first of all, Dan, I know him from years ago.
Head coach at Louisville currently.
Head coach at Louisville.
Danny's
took over
assistant.
For Busboom. Dan Meskey was also my assistant with Danny at Nebraska my senior year.
Oh, wow.
But before that, he was with Nebraska Volleyball as like their manager. for years,
Hmm.
like maybe 5 or 6 years. And before that, he was coaching club, or I guess during the same time. And that's where I first met Dan when I was a high schooler. And I will never forget, still to this day, I'm now almost 35. He called me the most awkward volleyball player he's ever seen.
Quote, unquote.
Solid quote.
What do you think he was referencing?
I don't think I really like grew into my body until like maybe my senior year in high school, arguably maybe even my freshman year of college. So I was just like long and lanky and lengthy.
Yep. Kind of like a baby giraffe.
And I don't know. I've always considered myself pretty athletic, and I think that's why his description of me really has like stuck with me all these years, because I was like, I always thought I was athletic. Like, why do I look awkward? And it's always been a thing. I've always thought, Dan Meskey, oh, I'm awkward.
You can be awkwardly athletic.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm awkward.
No, but you were.
Maybe personality.
Now you're fine.
Maybe that's it.
Could've
Maybe
been.
he just was talking about personality. I don't know. But love Dan. Anyway, tying this back, Dan Meskey, he does his own podcast.
I noticed he's a teacher on social media.
And then on social media, he takes that very seriously. He like breaks things down. He puts lessons, small little drills, little things that will help a player that go a long way. And he, I know he's following the MLV because he loves watching like his former players.
Okay.
So like Anna and Elena with Indy, he loves supporting them, watching them. So for him, I know the connection was probably easy,
right,
because he's public about it. He's on a podcast, all the things. But with Beth, I have no idea. I don't know her at all.
Maybe they're making these affiliations with these collegiate head coaches intentionally, perhaps. I mean, you see it in the leagues now. In Love, they have these ambassadors. Are they still called ambassadors? I don't know. With player ambassadors, and it seems like coaches seem to be affiliating with one organization or the other, whether it's Love or with the MLV. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm sure all things have purpose. Every decision has purpose.
Wow, that's deep.
Simplicity.
But anyway, back to the college volleyball. But that All-Star game's coming up, so looking forward to that one. You still not on board as it relates to the whole All-Star thing? Are you like?
No, I wouldn't say that I'm not on board. I just am like, I just know, not to sound repetitive, but just it's the middle of season. So like you're really worn down right now. And so I'm just like, is now really the best time? But maybe we can get a player who's on the All-Star team to come on our pod, because maybe it's reviving.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like mentally a time away that kind of just, oh, okay, I can breathe. I can just have fun. I can, maybe it's reviving.
Well, yeah. As much as you guys love to travel, I'm sure they'll love another weekend of travel.
Well, but it's a different kind of travel, at least. Now they're with different people.
Right.
And, I'm not saying that they don't like their teammates, but you get a variety now. You get a change. And sometimes change can bring change.
Oh, yeah.
So
along those lines, what was I going to ask you about? It was about
traveling, All-Star, mid-season.
But it's about the contracts. So let's say, is there incentives from a player's standpoint of if they make the all-star team, then they get incentivized in any way, shape, or form? Is that built in?
What do you mean? Like incentivized from their franchises?
Yes. Oh, you're an all-star selection. You make $15,000 because you made.
I think the power goes into the player's hand. Then it's like when free agency comes along, or like when we're negotiating contracts for next year, if they make the All-Star team, then that would be a good argument to pay me more.
Okay, so it's not like on the front end. If I'm an All-Star, I get paid X amount more because I made the All-Star team.
It could certainly be built into your contract. Okay. Yeah. I've definitely had contracts in the past where it's like, if I finish in the top 3 scoring of the league by the regular season ending, I get X amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. And same, like if you finish with this amount of blocks or whatever, if we make it to the quarters, if we make it to the semis. It could
Yes.
be built into your contract.
Okay.
I'm actually don't know if you know this, but I am not involved in those negotiations. So
No, but from a player standpoint, I mean, you've been playing pro for
no, so from a player standpoint, I think it would be only more power to you.
yeah, just on the next contract that you sign.
Well, obvious. I mean, it speaks for itself. It shows your value,
Right.
and therefore your value is greater.
Mm-hmm. So the game's actually on the 28th, but I'm sure we'll know the teams prior to that. I don't know how many days or weeks before that, but maybe that's when we can possibly get an all-star on here and kind of get their perspective from the players' perspective, how they see
There's
that.
got to be one on there that I know that I could be like, hey, remember me? I'm your friend.
Stay tuned, and maybe if you keep voting for the same person every time you get the vote, maybe they'll actually tally up, and you can.
I'll be like, I voted for you 18 times.
So you better.
Yeah, you owe
welcome.
This to me.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
Interesting schedule though this week. I thought it was a little bit awkward in terms of the scheduling for the MLV, especially with there's a game on Tuesday night. There was one.
Maybe it has to do because there's an all-star game coming up, so they had to smudge these games in there.
No, I just felt like I couldn't get any rhythm in watching them.
Yeah.
I mean, did Indy only played once?
Indy only played once. Grand Rapids played twice
back to back
within less than 24 hours.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Right.
I don't know what the decision thinking the thinking behind that decision was.
We'll never know. Maybe it had to do with facilities. Who knows?
Yeah. It could have been with facilities, but
have you ever had to do a back to back?
Yeah. All the time.
So it's not that big of a deal.
I mean, think about in college. In college, we had to play. Back in my day, we played Fridays, Saturdays mostly.
Okay.
So
but that would have been a home and a home, or could have been a home and away.
No, it could have. No, it's either home and home or away and away.
Yeah, it couldn't have been a home and away like what Grand Rapids just did.
Correct.
They went home on.
At least I don't remember it ever being a home and then away.
They went home on Saturday, drove to.
Yeah, they drove a bus, which is so crazy.
Got there at 3 a.m. and then played at.
Yeah, I just don't think people understand the toll that traveling is. You might think, oh, come on.
Right.
You're not doing anything.
How bad can it be? Yeah.
And it's like, no, you're like, that's the problem is you're just sitting in one position or like in terrible positions because you're trying to get comfortable and like fall asleep. And then the whole like flying thing with the altitude and your ankles swell up and it's like you get nauseous sometimes. You're afraid. No joke, I've had teammates that are so afraid of flying that they like instantly get diarrhea.
Oh wow.
They have to go to the bathroom like within once that year.
That's tough.
Ding,
that's
and
tough.
It's you've now
back
reached
there. Please sit down.
Yeah. They can't. Like I've legit had teammates like that.
You mean you get no special treatment on an airplane for if you're a athlete?
Not on a commercial one, no.
You're just sitting there just like everybody else.
Just like everybody else, right. Yeah.
Tough job.
It is.
Traveling, playing volleyball for a living.
And yeah. And
wow, that's...
Listen.
Look.
There are so many great things about being a professional athlete. Mm-hmm. Let me be clear on that. And I think a majority of athletes are so grateful for their experiences and their, whatever, fill in the blank. I think a lot of us would have an attitude of gratitude.
Right. Good.
However, that is such a sore, like, thumb.
Literally sore on your knees and back and hips.
Yes. That's why I think the MLV, like, I'm wondering how long it's going to take for them to get private flights because
you got any hot tea on that?
No.
Okay.
In college, we get private flights.
Yes. Not everybody, but
not everybody, but a majority. I don't even know if I could say a majority, but we get private flights in college.
Right.
If that's an option, why is it not yet an option in the MLV? And I'm wondering, like, NFL. I don't know. Does NFL have private flights? Mm-hmm. Does the MLB have private? I mean, I think about
how about hockey, the WNBA?
I don't know. I have no idea.
We got to look that one up.
But like hockey had like their gear alone. Like they
Right.
have to have their own plane.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It's just like, I think we'll get there. But I am like, when? Can it be tomorrow? And I don't even play or travel anymore, but still I'm that passionate about it. I'm like, these players need it.
I have to eat Chick-fil-A again. Chipotle in the airport again. I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying it.
You knock it off.
Let's get into week 9 recap.
It.
Is that what we're doing? Recapping
yeah,
week 9.
Yeah, but you're saying something about the schedule this week. We got a game on Tuesday night.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's Omaha versus Columbus.
At Columbus.
Yes.
Okay.
It's weird. I think it's the only Tuesday match this entire season.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was one game on a Monday, and now this is the one game on a Tuesday.
Is there any impact mentally or physically in that? We talk about the afternoon Sundays, the afternoon match on Sundays, which typically it should be nap time, so it's an afternoon match. Is there any
I think you just have less recovery time.
When did they play?
Saturday.
Okay.
And so, you know, looking back at specifically the Omaha Supernovas last 2 weeks, they only played one match. So it was like on a Sunday,
right?
And then they played on a Saturday. Now they're playing on Tuesday. So that's half the recovery time.
Right. Yes. And I think there is something to getting in a rhythm. Like you mentioned in the collegiate level, you play Friday, Saturday every week, pretty much for the most part, something like that. But getting your team into a rhythm and then you breaks rhythm with something like this. I don't know how it's going to impact it, but I guess we'll find out.
We will.
Because Columbus or the Supernovas are playing Columbus in Columbus on a Tuesday, and we'll find out. Week 9 recap. Let's get into it.
Okay.
Let's get down to business. Columbus at Orlando. We both picked Orlando, and Orlando wins in 4. I come from Orlando.
Oh, my goodness.
I come from Orlando down under.
That was a good one, Doc.
Yeah.
That was one of your better ones.
Yeah, we both picked Orlando in this one. You were super impressed with Bree Kelly. Was this a play or just overall?
It was, I was
middle blocker Bree Kelly, right?
Yes. Okay. I was this was a specific play. So there was a short serve by Columbus and it hit the top of the net. Hold on.
A net?
Oh my gosh. No. Yes, a net was there.
Okay.
Let me rewind. It actually wasn't a short serve. It was a long floater, but it hit the top of the tape just right where it completely stopped the ball and just trickled over. Mm-hmm. It's a perfect serve. That's what you want as a server. Yep. It's 99% of the time it's going to be an ace. That's why I was super impressed with Bree Kelly because that happened. And Bree Kelly, a middle blocker, 6 foot plus, she dove, being like agile, mobile, and athletic. She dove and saved the ball from hitting the ground off a net, and it was a perfect pass.
So a middle blocker, where would they typically set up on serve receive?
It depends on the rotation. So
was she in the right spot? Is that what you're saying? Or she was just aware that this is a strong possibility that...
No, I think she would it was a pure reaction.
Oh, okay.
Which is what a middle blocker in serve receive, that is their job.
What is their job? That's my question.
Their job is to get out of the way.
Get the heck out of the way.
Usually a middle blocker does not, I'll say it like this, they don't feel comfortable passing.
Okay.
So usually they need to get out of the way, like just open up and make sure they communicate, hey, you take this.
Right.
Now, there are middles who are great passers and who are confident in it, especially if they take it with their hands.
Yep.
So their first and foremost job is to pass it if it's in front of the 10-foot line and it's, you're right there. You don't have to cause stress for another teammate. That's your job.
Right.
Bree Kelly went above and beyond, and she reacted to something that hit the tape and trickled over and was about to ace. You don't really see that ever from middles. Oh. So to answer your question, 2 times they're usually on the left and 1 time they're on the right.
And their main responsibility is get out of the way. For the most part.
I love to hear if anyone disagrees with that.
Okay. And you mentioned it. I mean, BMAC does it all the time. Why are more players not hand passing versus a high,
Yeah,
where did that come from?
I know that you and I really disagree with this because Doc has helped train me the last, I don't know, 2 years.
Okay.
Since 2023.
You were a teenager. Remember when I cooked you in sand volleyball?
You did teach me how to play sand volleyball, and you cooked me because I've never played before. I don't know if we'll ever see eye to eye on this, but you would serve me 500 balls and you would yell at me, "Why didn't you take that with your hands?" And I think it's really different for a man and a woman. So your hands are a lot bigger.
Okay.
They're meatier, they're stronger. So the ball is going to feel to you, it feels a lot smaller in your hands.
Okay.
And so you have more grasp and more surface area that you're working with.
Is it legal to pass with your hands?
Oh, absolutely, it's legal.
I'm just surprised more people don't do it. It's a lot easier to control from my point of view, but from yours, you're saying it's the opposite.
And see, I disagree. Growing up, I have a million repetitions using my forearms. I have, let's say, 1,000 with my hands.
Okay.
They're not as strong. Your hands are going to really overtake a volleyball. Mine are not. And also you don't look at this. You don't want to.
Oh, all right. Put that thing down. You can scare away the audience with that thing.
I mean, so like we're just more controlled with our platform.
Okay. That was a little bit off topic, but I think it was good to touch on that.
I like it.
Charity Looper led with 23 kills. Again, Natalie Foster. Here we are again. 5 aces in a match. 34 on the year.
Yeah, and I think Anna DeBeer is second, and she only has 15.
Correct.
So this is double.
Yeah, she went ham this week on the service line.
So crazy. I want to try it. I wish that I had an opportunity to pass her serve.
And not only is she serving, she's also playing middle. She played middle in these games and played great. Good for them. They beat Columbus in 4. Hopefully everything's all right with Reagan
Pittman Nelson. Yeah, said that she was out due to like family emergency. So I don't really know. I don't think anybody really knows what that means, but I don't even think she was in the gym.
Okay. Either way.
So gosh, I really hope that
her
everything is okay.
Columbus did do a different starting lineup. They started Pack and Hodge. Good for them.
Jalen Hodge, right?
Yeah. Played well too. So good for them.
Yeah, they took Orlando to 4. Omaha at Grand Rapids.
This was the homecoming, or this was the Morgan Hentz Supernova coming back together and playing each other
the first
for the
interaction.
first time.
I don't know if you remember, but I actually picked Grand Rapids to win this match.
I did.
But I was really hoping that I was wrong. You picked Omaha.
Yep.
I was right.
Right.
You were wrong.
Carry on.
So I was right in that.
We got it.
Oh, did you get it? Did you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be right. I just, honestly, I'm just going to be frank. It really made me lose hope this specific match. Hope that Omaha
can turn it around
and win it all. Now, I will say there is still hope. I still have hope. It's not that it went all the way down to 0, but I will say I am a little less hopeful. I just thought it was such a disappointing match. As far as like the mental and emotional side, it's like, sure, physically, okay, that's one thing.
Because
but
Omaha did change their starting lineup.
They did.
They tried something different.
Yeah, Brooke Mosier got the start. Right. They were trying something different, but the way they just like are getting beat.
Well, yeah.
Wasn't it like 25-13 in the fourth set?
Yeah, they folded in the 4th.
25-13. Like that's just so hard to see as a fan and, someone who has been a part of the franchise since day one. I'm just like, what the heck is
Couple
going
things.
on?
PBR was being PBR. Also, what'd you think of the setter change for Grand Rapids?
With Cameron Turner?
Yes. I'm loving it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just think their tempo's better. I think she's more athletic. I just like the way it's
I still
turning
don't
out.
know if there's an injury or something with Sage. I still don't. I keep forgetting to look up, but I wonder if there's something going on with her or if it truly is just like Cameron has started to outperform Sage. But Sage, I know, was like a high scorer with the fantasy league.
Okay.
So that's interesting that you,
Yeah. I mean,
but I like it.
I
I'm
do
glad.
too. I
No,
do too.
I'm glad that you are so impressed with her.
And then she
She's
started
only,
again on Sunday.
yeah.
So
Yeah. No, of course, like I feel like we talked about this before, but everyone plays at their best when they play Omaha. Leah Myers,
yeah.
she tore us up left and right. I mean, she literally, we didn't stop her at all. A middle blocker.
Okay.
You remember?
Does
She
she
got
play every
bright blind.
match?
No, she hasn't been. I don't think she's been a starter.
Okay.
But with Reagan Pitt, or sorry, not this is Columbus. With the other middle, Al Hassan.
Yep.
With her
Still on the
being,
bench.
yeah. Leah is filling that role, and I mean, I was like, does she have beef with us
Because of what? They outblocked us 15-3.
That is so embarrassing.
That's bad.
That's so bad.
Is 15 a lot of blocks for a 4-setter?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 is not a lot for
No, 3 is
any
pitiful. I mean, that's just so bad.
setter. Okay.
Actually, I have secondhand embarrassment.
Okay.
And I want to be clear. I'm not out there, so like I'm not trying to be like, you know, I don't want to be so harsh.
Right.
But at the same time, it's just unexcusable. Excusable. I don't know what is going on.
You said you're not out there, but if you were, what would be your approach?
Right now, look, from an outsider's perspective, it looks like it's an emotional mental thing. We all know that those players have it in them physically.
Right.
Rookie of the year, outside of the year, setter of the year, did have libero of the year. You know, then we have Sarah Will Hype Parsons, a huge
Right.
resume. Brooke Mosier coming off great college experience. You know, all of the things. I could go through every single player and list highlights. So physically, I know that they can do it. So to me, it looks like an emotional or mental thing.
Okay.
So that's where I would start. Whether it's, I mean, it could be as easy as being super silly in practice to let them, maybe they're like so tense and tight that it's like they can't breathe. I truly don't know what is going on. But outsider looking in, if I was given the opportunity to come in, it's like, all right, we need to have some fun. Who cares?
Right.
Like at this point, can we, I don't want to say, can we get any worse? Because we probably could.
Thankfully, no injuries that we're aware of. I mean, everybody is available.
With Omaha?
As far as we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but it's like, and let's take that as a positive. If it's an emotional and mental thing, like, okay, we can fix that.
Right.
If it's a physical thing, probably not as easy to fix.
So it's fixable.
That's what I would think.
That's where the hope lies.
Yeah.
Is that everything is fixable
as
it relates to the Supernovas. And do they have time to get at least into the Final Four?
Thankfully, I think they do, because we're now 6th, but the records are pretty close.
Still tight in the middle.
But it's like, it's now or never.
Right.
It's got to be now.
Okay.
Otherwise, we ain't making the Final Four.
Right.
But so I still have hope. But man, this last loss was really hard to accept. I was like, I'm pretty sure I probably got in a fight with my husband that night because I was in such a bad mood.
Don't go there. It's not that deep.
Well, Mason. Mason confirms. It just made me in such a bad mood because I'm like, first of all, no, I'm not even going to go there. But it's just disappointing for someone who's been a part of the franchise since day one. And like,
okay, you're disappointed. How do the players respond to that disappointment? I'm sure they're feeling the same way.
Yes, and, if they're sitting here and they're hearing me say this, like, obviously that's not gonna make them feel good, and I'm sorry for that. Like,
Genuinely.
I genuinely am sorry.
Been there.
I have been in your shoes before, and it's a terrible place to be, but you guys gotta figure it out. Something has and if you guys are okay with this, then we're clearly not gonna, come around to Final Four, or we're not gonna make any changes, which I don't think they're all okay with it.
Okay.
I would find it hard to believe that they're okay with it. So maybe it's like they don't know the solution.
Let's move on.
I've never had a conversation with any of them, but I would say that if they are listening and they hear me say I'm disappointed, and if they've heard that other fans are disappointed, I would be the first one to say, stop listening to me. You need to check us out, because all of your struggles are internal right now. Don't bring all of these external things in.
Okay. An FIO, right? Figure it out. There's still time.
There is still time.
There's still hope.
And I still have hope.
Dallas at Orlando with a sweep. Dallas sweeps Orlando.
I picked Dallas and you picked Orlando.
Yeah.
So I'm right?
Yeah.
Again?
Yep. You can be right. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I just thought because Orlando upset Dallas, that Dallas would be out for blood.
Revenge factor.
That's what it seemed like. I mean, this was a pretty exciting match, I thought. It was 25-23, I don't know, 29-27, and then it was pretty exciting.
So is this your match of the week?
It is.
Got him.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that until later.
Even
but
a competitive sweep, huh?
And then I don't know about you, but this match only went 3, but it seemed like I was watching like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It seemed like it took 3 hours long.
For a 3-setter?
For a 3-setter. And maybe that was just my experience, but I'm like, geez, this game is still going on.
Why was that?
I don't know. Maybe the rallies were much longer.
Competitive
Or
rallies.
maybe I'm just totally in my own world and it only took an hour and a half. I'm not sure, but it seemed like forever for me.
Oh, this wasn't the only match. We've been talking about the value of a competitive serve. It's a fine line between having a competitive serve and getting it in and lollipopping it over. This wasn't the only match where I seen one service error after another and they started stacking up. What is your perspective on the service error? Is that mental?
I'm wondering, yes, they are mental 9 out of 10 times. Sometimes you do everything right and you think like mentally you're there and you can still miss.
Okay.
And so
competitive miss.
Yeah, those are real. First question is, are you guys practicing serving? I will say that's the most disappointing thing this season in every team.
The service game
across
the board?
Across the board, there are way too many missed serves this year that aren't necessarily competitive serves. And I'm just going to call Mimi out on this match. She cannot get her serve over, but yet she's player of the week this week, which I think well deserved. But it's like, let's not overlook this and let's fix it.
Okay.
Figure it out. She missed her serves in crucial moments. Okay. It's like they're in the middle of the net.
And you're saying that's mental?
Yes.
Okay.
In those situations, I would say that's
mental. So how do you
mental.
fix it? How do you figure it out?
If you have to, your coach needs to put her, let's just say, and maybe she is, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
because
a coach needs to put
rookie.
You in that same situation during practices so you can feel the pressure. You can feel like the importance of getting this serve in, but also being aggressive.
Yeah.
She needs to experience that outside of a match. She needs to feel that so she can practice it more and more.
Right. And then we got Super Nati flying all over the court in the sweep.
Dude, did you? Okay. The play. So impressive.
I seen it. And they reviewed it.
They reviewed it.
Like,
and
dude.
Okay, for those who don't know what we're talking about, Nati touches a block. She lands and then she dives on the ground to save her own ball.
Pancakes it.
gets it up, and the ref called it down. So they challenged it.
They stopped the play?
They stopped the play
Okay.
because the ref called it down.
Right.
So they challenge it. They say it's inconclusive. Dallas retained their challenge, but the point still went to Orlando. I was so confused. What were they seeing
It was
that
clear on the
we
review.
weren't?
Right.
Because the video replay was so clear that she saved it. There was no it
was so conclusive, it was inconclusive.
Too conclusive.
But it was cool. The block touch, all in one motion, down to the ground. That's kind of what Nati does, though.
That is Nati in a nutshell.
Player.
She can move so quickly and in any direction. Up, down, sideways, backwards. I mean, just that's Nati in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm. Atlanta at San Diego. GMP had San Diego. I went with Atlanta. Vibe got them in 4.
You were right. I was wrong.
Vibe led by Leah and Taylor, Swift, Smith. And then Phoebe. What do you know? Phoebe's back in the hunt.
Yeah. Phoebe is, I just really feel like she's
coming into her own.
Yeah, exactly. Feeling herself. Excuse me. Just really putting strong performance one after another for her team.
Yeah, a little setback for San Diego, I think. They were kind of...
I really thought that they would win this one.
I was thinking so too, but, I went with my gut with the vibe, and they came away with the win. So
why does your gut tell you vibe?
It was just upset at that point, which it oftentimes is.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Nothing special, but I mean, nothing in particular. Moving on to Sunday, the sleeper match. This one was tough for me to even watch.
Yeah.
Service errors, sloppy play. Sunday afternoon, trap match.
And it went on too long. I feel like Indy could have just made it easy in 3. But
Grand Rapids, credit to them. They came off playing the night before where they beat the Supernovas, drove to Indy.
On a bus.
Got
there at 3 a.m.
Played the best team in the league.
Playing the best team,
Won
less
set
than 24
one.
hours. And they were down in set 1 too
cooking.
by a lot. I can't remember exactly the range, and they came back and won. So that was really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
On an ace serve, mind you, to Elena Scott. That was crazy. I was like, what? That's got to be the first one we've seen all season.
Doesn't happen often.
No, so enjoy it now because probably ain't going to happen again.
Right. Back to Indy, though. I mean, they changed their lineup again.
Yeah.
No Lydia Martin. She was on the bench for this one. Kayla Lund. What do you know about her?
Nothing.
Was she injured and now she's good? How come she wasn't playing and now she is?
I think fact check us. I think she got injured. I don't think she started the season with her torn, meniscus?
Okay.
I think that happened during this season.
Okay.
But Kayla Lund is coming in the last couple of matches and literally making her presence known.
She's crafty.
Immediately.
Crafty with her swing on the outside.
Yes. She, I just feel like, is a leader, not only in her performance, but just like emotionally too. She's kind of up there. If you look at her, she's kind of like Mia.
She is? Okay.
Yeah. She's really talking and cheering and being all smiles.
Seems like a veteran to me, a pro vet to me. Is she?
I think so, because in an interview, that match last week when she came in and got like 16 points or whatever, they were interviewing her after the match and they were like making comments about her age. And then Kayla was like, yeah, I know I'm old. I'm like, what? You look like you're younger than me. Stop calling yourself old, because then I'm old. But yeah, I don't know exactly how old she is or, her resume, but
nevertheless, her knee must be feeling better.
Yes.
She's playing really well.
Yes.
Back to the Sunday afternoon match. 22 total service errors.
Dude.
22. At one time it was like 6 or 7 in a row.
Dude, that is, I'm just telling you.
We ain't going there. Moving right along to the Rookie of the Week. Both had Mimi on that one.
Yep. And I think our Rookie of the Week is starting to get slim pickings.
You never know.
Really, we're really only seeing
Maldonado Diaz, Lightning, and Thunder, pretty much for the most part,
and
being the
Kiara and Alexis Shelton.
yeah,
She's a rookie.
right.
Can we think of any others?
For none of them that are playing at the level that Mimi and Sophie are playing at. So
yeah,
bit repetitive on the rookies of the week, but let's move to the hip, the high. What is it? High key impressive player of the week. I'll start with, and I like the shift, the change that was made at Grand Rapids with bringing what's her name, Cameron Turner in.
Yeah. What impressed you so much?
I just like the speed of the offense with her. She has that what do you call it when the setter jump sets?
A jump set.
Not a jump shot, but a jump set.
No, I'm being.
You know what I'm talking
called
about?
A jump.
I like that athletic set. Does it change the tempo?
I think a lot of setters do that in this league.
Yeah, does it? Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do that.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, there's a couple different reasons, but you contact the ball at a higher point.
Okay.
So then you can, if the ball is coming, you reach it higher so you can get it away from you higher and faster.
Okay, higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's so it speeds up the game. You're cutting time down.
That's what I like about it.
Because if you're standing on the
Does
ground,
it speed up
the
your
ball.
Offense?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I like.
I mean, unless you jump set and you set a high ball, which that doesn't happen often.
It's like you're not you're not letting the play come to you. You're like actively pursuing.
That's exactly right. About. But you see someone like, I don't know if you remember Newt Sara from San Diego in year one.
Yeah.
So she's got a really interesting twist. And I feel like sometimes we see Shampoo do it. Mm-hmm. But she jump sets, but she times it differently. And I know Nati has tried to do this before too, because she said she learned from Newt Sara.
Okay.
You jump set or you jump in the air, but you time it differently so that you're on your way down and then you set the ball. Okay. And it trips up the blockers.
Shampoo does that with a deep dish, right?
Sometimes.
A little bit deeper of a dish.
I would say that she doesn't do it consistently like every single set, but yes. So sometimes that's why you jump set.
Okay.
To trick the block.
Got it. Real quick, I've been wanting to ask this for the last 3 weeks. What is a BIC? I know what it is on the court, but what's it stand for?
I don't think it stands for anything.
Is that just when you hit a ball out of the back row?
A pipe. Yeah. So
they call it BIC.
No, it's only when it's in the middle of the court. A BIC is in the middle.
BIC's in the middle? Is it pike or pipe?
Pipe.
What's that?
Right down, pipe right down the middle.
So what's a BIC? Is it different than a BIC?
A pipe is set a little bit higher, so you have a little bit more time. A BIC is quicker, fast. You're already on your second step when the ball's in the setter's hand.
Got it. What's a D ball?
A D ball is then a back row attack from zone 1.
Okay. What's
so you're right. He said, "What's a D bag?" Yes.
Did you say you're high key impressive player?
No, I don't know. I'm not sure who I'm picking.
We'll come back to that.
I think I'm gonna go with. I don't know. Let me
we'll come back to it. I'm low still key. Undecided. Do you have a low key? Because I got a low key. I'll start. I'm gonna go with Natalie Foster and the difference she's making as a service line.
Yeah,
could put her in the high key, but I mean she lost.
Yeah. My low key, I would say I'm really impressed with Kayla Lund, how she comes off the bench just like guns a blazing.
You had her last week, didn't you?
No, I think I had. Well, I had her and Phoebe.
Okay.
Intertwined, and actually, that's I was gonna say, but my second choice pick would probably be Phoebe still because
for low key or high key.
Low key.
Okay.
Because I just. Again, I don't want to sound repetitive, but I'm going to. Is I just really like how she's really growing as a starter.
Yeah.
And then the match of the week, you already revealed this earlier, but I'm going Dallas versus Orlando just because it was very competitive.
Okay.
And it definitely kept me entertained for like 3 hours later.
Yeah. And you said, I think I heard you say, maybe this was last week, about just watching Indy play, how they're playing with what the spirit that they're playing with is just enjoyable. It makes you smile. Did the match of the week make you smile?
No.
Okay.
I would not say that watching Dallas versus Orlando gave me the same experience as watching Indy last week.
It was just a competitive sweep, so it was your match of the week.
Well, it's just the personalities. The personalities on Indy are so fun to watch and, dare I say, be a part of.
Okay.
Like, I feel like when they're laughing and smiling, I'm laughing and smiling.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for my high key impressive player, I think this is kind of lame, but I think I'm going with Grace Loberg. I mean, she scored the highest in fantasy points this week, so she obviously was doing something good.
Did they win?
No, they lost.
Okay. It's fine. League standings after week 1. Indy, number 1, Dallas.
What?
Orlando, Atlanta, San Diego. Omaha drops down to 6th.
I know. I don't want to.
Grand Rapids and Columbus still at the bottom, but I feel like Grand Rapids is on the upswing.
I don't know if Grand Rapids is on the upswing.
Okay.
I think they
were against the Novas.
Everyone plays good against Omaha this year, and on top of that, Omaha is not performing at their best.
Okay.
I would probably not say that Grand Rapids is on the upswing. So I'm not necessarily worried about Grand Rapids or Columbus like surpassing us.
Okay.
But when I look at San Diego and Atlanta, I'm like, I don't know.
Okay.
Something's got to change.
My question to you is, would you like to change your Final Four? Give me your final answer. This will be the last opportunity you'll be able to do that. Change your Final Four. We're halfway through the season. Would you change anything? Or would you roll with
part of me original? Is like, I can't. Like, then it's like.
But if you could, would you? Based on what you're seeing, the level of play that the teams
based on what I am seeing, I would probably change it. Yes. Okay. I hate to say it, but I probably wouldn't have Omaha in my Final Four right now. But we're only halfway.
And there's still time,
so
and there's still hope.
We still have plenty of matches left to turn things around.
Okay. My other only question is, Indy is playing at another level. Obviously, they're the best team in the league. At what degree or how would they compete to some of the Love teams? Where would you think they would find Phil in the standings in Love in terms of if there was an MLV matchup?
I get what you're saying, and I don't have an answer because I haven't been paying attention to Love. You know, we went to that match early on,
right?
Austin versus Nebraska, but I don't think I've watched it since. I do want to say, because I just remembered, the Pro VB Memes Instagram account, you're messaging, and they said something really true and exciting for Indy. They were giving praise to Mia, how she was taking the shortest team in the league to the highest heights.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, that was really a great way to describe that. When you think about it, though, they really are the shortest team in the league, I think.
Probably the shortest and the strongest.
Definitely the strongest. But isn't that interesting?
It is.
How their middle blockers are really the only height that they have on their team.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, wow, I never thought of that. That was a great perspective.
In light of that, do you feel like Indy has reached their peak, or do you feel like they could keep getting better as we get closer to the Final Four, or have they peaked too soon? How do they maintain that trajectory over the second half of the season?
I would say that I can't imagine them getting any better. But so maybe they've reached their peak, but I see them staying there.
Yeah.
I don't see them reaching their peak and then plummeting.
No. Because if they did, they would just put in another player or two and they'd be back to where they were, as they've been doing all season long, just plugging and playing without losing any quality of play.
I agree.
All right, let's wrap this thing up with Week 10 preview. Tuesday, Omaha plays Columbus. GMP picks.
I'm picking Omaha, baby. I am choosing to
Texas
stay
over Tennessee.
hopeful. And I am still going to cheer on my team, and I hope that they win.
And I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel without a change. So I'm rocking with the Fury, Columbus.
Okay. And I honestly, I'm right there with you. It could be a coin toss.
Okay.
Okay, Orlando versus Indy happening on Thursday, 6 p.m. on Roku.
Indy.
Yep, that's
Okay.
an easy one.
Yep.
I shouldn't say easy. Maybe Orlando. I mean, Orlando is not a team to sleep on.
No, it's at Indy though.
I still think Indy.
I don't see anybody beating them actually. What are they on, a 7-game match win streak? Some kind of crazy win streak at home. I don't see them falling to the Valkyries.
Yeah.
Grand Rapids versus Atlanta.
Friday.
Yeah.
6 p.m.
GMP.
Atlanta.
Doc picks. Grand Rapids.
Did you just do that just to be?
I didn't even know. I wasn't even looking at that.
So you actually think Grand Rapids
I
will
do.
win? I thought your gut always went with Atlanta.
My gut's feeling good today.
Okay.
Columbus versus Dallas. Dallas.
Yeah.
Yep.
I picked Dallas as well. That's 7 p.m. on Victory. Moving on. No Saturday matches this week. So we got 2 matches on Sunday. San Diego versus Orlando, 6 p.m. YouTube.
That's a tough one for me. I'm not even going to look who you picked. I'll go with San Diego.
Okay, I picked Orlando. But again, this one I feel like could be 50-50.
Which one? San Diego versus Orlando or the next one?
No, this one.
Okay.
Because I just feel like San Diego is such a spark right now. Yeah. And so you just don't know what they're
we'll see.
Yeah. And then on Saturday now, San Diego plays Orlando, and then Indy plays Omaha at Omaha. We have said that everyone who comes to Omaha plays at their absolute best. Little bit nervous about that, having the number 1 team come play us. But here's the exciting thing. We are going for a
dollar beer night.
Dollar beer night, yes. We are going for an attendance record that night, and we're trending towards the 17,000 mark, which is every seat would be filled. And that would just be so cool to be a part of that historic moment. And then it's our annual Luck of the Novas match. We need it.
So the question is, will the home court disadvantage rear its ugly head on that night?
Gosh,
in front of 16,000 people.
I hate that topic right now,
okay,
but
let's leave it.
No, but I'm saying because it's like, do we put weight in it or not? Like I don't know.
Big night nonetheless.
So who did you pick?
Indy for sure.
Yeah.
You?
I'm picking Indy.
I'm just hoping for not a sweep.
I agree. Like
right.
I'm hopeful that they can at least go 4, maybe even 5.
Right, that'd be great.
But overall I'm not sure I'm seeing it, like you said, unless there's a real change.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe we'll see from the match that they have Tuesday.
Yeah.
So anyway, then moving on to Sunday, we have Atlanta versus Dallas, 3 p.m. This is a CBS Sports Network game.
Okay.
And I'm picking
Dallas. Yep, Dallas.
Yeah. So, all right.
A lot going on this week in the MLV. Stay tuned. Thank you again for joining us on the Major League Minute podcast. On behalf of Doc and GMP, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.